Chapter 131 Heading to the Abyss. The junction of the Void Realm and the Taihuang Realm is like a quiet and mysterious dream realm. In this place, there is a huge abyss that is as deep as a bottomless abyss. In the abyss, a strange divine light flashed. The light was dazzling, making the entire void become colorful and dreamlike. This magical and spectacular sight makes people marvel at it, as if they are in a fantasy and terrifying space. However, such a spectacle does not happen by chance. According to ancient legends and experience, whenever such a vision appears, an extremely precious treasure must be revealed. These treasures often contain endless mysteries and powerful power, like the brightest stars in the night sky, attracting people's attention. The Chaos Abyss is rumored to be one of the most dangerous places in the chaotic space. It is filled with twisted energy and a strange and dark poisonous miasma, as if it is a dark abyss that swallows everything. The creatures who step into it may encounter disaster and be swallowed up by the endless darkness if they are not careful. However, for those adventurers eager to obtain peerless treasures, such dangers cannot stop them from moving forward. As a result, countless explorers, independent cultivators, flock to this abyss like a tide, carrying their longing for treasures and determination to pursue excellence. Because, in this man-eating chaos, there are only people with enough strength and wisdom. Only then can we overcome numerous difficulties, uncover the secrets behind the treasures, and obtain the supreme opportunities contained within them. And this is what every explorer dreams of, because they don't have powerful families to give them training resources. Therefore, going to every secret realm or place of vision is the fastest way for them to improve their cultivation. Buzz. Whoosh. At this time, many strong men appeared in the space and came through the void, and countless rays of divine light flew towards this place like meteors. Whoosh. Creatures from the two realms appeared one after another. When they saw such a fantastic vision, they were all excited, and their faces were filled with excitement. The power of the source is so strong, it is definitely the elixir of chaos. Ha ha. If I can get this elixir, I will definitely be promoted to the supreme realm of chaos. If this medicine is used as the main medicine, wouldn't my Hongmeng divine pill be able to achieve great accomplishment? Although the medicinal power is extremely strong and equally attractive. The danger of the chaos abyss must be a narrow escape from death. Ouch tilde. Suddenly, a harsh and terrifying sound of a ferocious beast came from the abyss of chaos like thunder. The powerful sound waves echoed in the void, spreading out like ripples, causing the creatures that had come before to retreat involuntarily. This is the voice of the strange beast Xiangyu. Only these poisonous beasts can survive in the poisonous miasma. It seems, such an opportunity is dangerous and unpredictable. ... Whoosh. At this time, several more figures came from the void. Two of them were Dongfang Nanshan and Man Sheng. Xiang Lu. It just so happens that I lack a foothold in the chaos, so it will be up to you to play this role. Dongfang Nanshan didn't hesitate at all, and he and the wild bear rushed directly into the miasma filled with dark poisonous gas. What? He just entered the miasma like this. Hurry. Follow up, don't let that kid get there first. Whoosh. Seeing Dongfang Nanshan directly enter the poisonous miasma, the monks who had stayed before rushed into it one by one like hungry tigers. Of course, some did not dare to go and just waited and watched. However, not long after, screams came from it. Ah tilde. Help. No, I don't want to die tilde. ... The toxins of the poisonous miasma are extremely terrifying, contaminating living beings, and even have the ability to corrode. Many monks' natural defense magic weapons became fragile under the erosion of the poisonous miasma, and eventually they themselves turned into a pool of blood and perished. And those creatures who were still watching, after hearing the screams, their hearts were like 15 buckets of water, up and down. Buzz tilde. Just as they were hesitating, a crack appeared in the void again, and 4 people and 1 beast walked out of it. On the back of the white, auspicious beast, filled with the aura of blood fiend, there is a young man sitting. This is Feng Haoran and others who came from the divine phoenix continent in the void realm. He saw the divine light rising into the sky from the abyss, as well as the dark and rich poisonous miasma, and he couldn't help but feel a creepy feeling in his heart. Let's go into the abyss. I want to see what kind of treasures grow in such a place. Roar tilde. Bai Zai let out a long roar, flapped his wings, and rushed into the abyss carrying Feng Haoran. After it entered, a dazzling white light enveloped the person and the beast tightly. As for Tiankui, Ming Yue and Ji Mi, they followed closely behind. They didn't know how long they went deep, but they never reached the bottom. But here, the surrounding environment cannot be seen clearly with the naked eye, so we can only use our spiritual thoughts to explore. For some monks with weak cultivation, even their spiritual thoughts were eroded by the miasma. Fortunately, Feng Haoran had an eight's most precious Hongmeng pearl. Not only can it isolate all heavenly secrets, but it can also resist the erosion of poisonous gas and miasma. Hiss. Suddenly, a black shadow flashed like lightning. Feng Haoran, who was on Bai Zai's back, took a closer look and saw that it was a huge sky-swallowing python with a huge body covered in pitch-black scales. Ang tilde. I saw the sky-swallowing giant python twisting its 1,000-foot-long body, opening its bloody mouth, revealing its two giant arc-shaped teeth several meters long, and using the inertia of its body to rush towards Feng Haoran like a mountain crushing an egg. Roar tilde. Bai Zai felt the presence of the sky-swallowing python, roared angrily, and the blood of Hongmeng's supreme beast god Ni suddenly burst out in his body. Buzz tilde. Ang tilde. The sky-swallowing giant python felt the suppression from the soul and wanted to break free from this restraint. However, an ancient dark gold magic halberd instantly appeared in Feng Haoran's hand. This is the heavenly star demon halberd, a Hongmeng treasure, but now it is sealed. Now it is just a chaos heavenly weapon. It will be continuously unsealed in the future as his cultivation level increases. Suddenly, Feng Haoran, who was holding the star demon halberd, swung the halberd forcefully at the sky-swallowing python. Hey tilde. A divine light shot through the air like a sharp arrow, directly cutting the sky-swallowing python in half. Ang tilde. The severed sky-swallowing giant python did not die. It roared in pain and rushed over again like a hungry tiger pouncing on food. Seeing this, Tian Kui waved a palm in the air and grasped it casually. A huge hand that covered the sky and the sun firmly grasped the sky-swallowing python. HMPH tilde you little beast, you still want to hurt my young master, you will die tilde. Shishi. Ang tilde. Tiankui suddenly squeezed it, and the body of the sky-swallowing python dissipated like fireworks in the giant hand. Young master, are you okay? Feng Haoran put away the star magic halberd and responded to him. What can I do? Let's go and continue deeper. Hey tilde. Bai Zai dived again. After an unknown amount of time, the group of people finally reached the bottom of the abyss. Suddenly, the vision became clear, and a fairyland like a paradise, with a strong atmosphere of chaos lingering in the void, came into view. Chapter 132 Chaos Tiangxin Tree. It is unbelievable that there is another world hidden under the abyss of chaos filled with poisonous miasma. In the abyss, in the mysterious and wonderful space, there are mountains and mountains, clouds and mist, towering ancient trees, flowers in bloom, and it is as beautiful as a fairyland. The gleaming magic medicine and imperial medicine can be seen everywhere here like stars. Feng Haoran was stunned by the sight in front of him, and was driving Bai Zai to the place of strange phenomena rising into the sky. Ouch tilde. Suddenly, a strange beast with red fur, similar appearance to a leopard, a big mouth and horns rushed towards him like lightning. This is the ancient beast, Shou. At this time, its claws are as sharp as knives, and it rushes towards Bai Zai with its teeth and claws bared. Seeing this, Feng Haoran decided to let Bai Zai face it alone, so his body rose into the air. Roar tilde. The moment Feng Haoran left, Bai Zai roared angrily, spread his wings and flew high, rushing towards sea like an arrow from a string. The two beasts became entangled in an instant and started a thrilling battle. The battle was extremely fierce. Both Bai Zai and Sea tried their best and refused to give in to each other. Ouch! Roar tilde. They attack each other with sharp claws and sharp teeth, and it's hard to tell the winner for a while. Feng Haoran was watching the battle from the air. He knew that Bai Zai was extremely powerful, but the ancient beast was no ordinary beast. Suddenly, the ferocious beast used its special move, and its tail swept towards Bai Zai as sharply as a steel whip. Bai Zai dodged sideways, and although he escaped the blow, his wings were still scratched. Roar tilde. However, Bai Zai did not flinch. He immediately launched a counterattack and slapped the ferocious head hard with his wings. Sea was beaten so dizzy that he temporarily lost the ability to fight back. Feng Haoran saw the right moment and cast a spell, and a dazzling light shot towards Sea like a sharp sword. After being attacked, the beast howled in pain. Ouch tilde. In the end, Sea was defeated and fled away. How could Bai Zai do as he wished? The wings flapped suddenly, and the figure disappeared from the place with a whoosh. Arriving above the ferocious beast, he stretched out his sharp claws and slapped his head suddenly. Bang tilde. Ouch tilde. A miserable roar was heard, and the ferocious body continued to fall like a kite with its string broken, and finally hit the ground. Bang! With such a huge body falling and the dust and sand rising, Bai Zai suddenly showed his ferocity and swooped down. Then came the last mournful cry in this world. Ouch tilde. After Bai Zai devoured its beast core, the injuries in his body recovered at a speed visible to the naked eye. Hoochie tilde. Bai Zai fluttered his wings, stopped next to Feng Haoran, and nuzzled him happily. After this battle, Feng Haoran felt that Bai Zai's strength needed to be improved. After all, it was now the bloodline of the beast Emperor Shen Ni, so its combat power was actually so weak. He patted Bai Zai's huge head and couldn't help but sigh. Hey tilde, your strength is still not good enough. An ancient beast can also hurt you. If you encounter a ferocious beast in the future, you have to do it yourself and practice more. Roar tilde. Feng Haoran's words did not make Bai Zai angry, but rather excited him. Let's go. With that said, Feng Haoran flew onto Bai Zai's back, and they continued to move forward, flying towards the place of vision. ... Buzz buzz. A strange scene, with divine light shining like stars shining in the sky, and a buzzing sound like a yellow bell resounding throughout the heaven and earth. At this time, strong men from the two realms of the transmigrate poisonous miasma came one after another. When an old man saw the big tree emitting divine light, his pupils suddenly shrank, and he blurted out an exclamation. It turns out to be the Chaos Tiangxin tree. This is the unparalleled chaos elixir in the world. What? Chaos Tiangxin tree. It is said that this tree bloomed for millions of years, bore fruit for millions of years, and matured for another million years. It only took 3 million years to give birth to 9 divine fruits. Each fruit contains 9 different powers of the origin of chaos. If you swallow one, you can reach the sky in one step, step into the realm of chaos supreme, and possess unparalleled original power. Quote. Ha ha. I didn't expect that such a sacred tree would be in the abyss of chaos. This fruit belongs to me tilde. After saying this, a young man flapped his wings like a bird and rushed towards the Chaos Tiangxin tree with its divine light. When everyone saw this, no one made a move to fight for it, and no one came to stop it. Instead, they had sneers on their faces. The moment the young man touched the divine light, there was an earth-shaking loud noise. Bang tilde. R tilde. His figure was blown away like a kite with its string broken, and instantly disappeared into ashes. HMPH tilde you are seeking death. When the Chaos Tiangxin tree is not fully mature, if anyone dares to approach it, it will be wiped out in a flash. The person who spoke was none other than Dongfang Nanshan, who was the first to arrive. At this moment, he was sitting cross-legged, with a wild bear protecting him. Barbarian bear, when the divine light dissipates, the Tiangxin fruit will mature. I order you to stop everyone. I am bound to get these 9 fruits. Yes, master. Ha ha. I want all 9 Chaos Tiangxin fruits. Just as everyone was waiting with bated breath, a young man riding a 9-headed divine lion and dressed in gorgeous clothes descended from the sky, followed by several strong men behind him. What? Baili Xiaoyu, the young master of the Baili clan, the supreme power in Taihuang realm. Why is he here? Baili Xiaoyu. It is said that he spent thousands of years to reach the ultimate state of chaos. Not long ago, I was promoted to the Chaos Divine King realm, breaking through the Divine King 5th layer in one fell swoop, and my combat power is comparable to the God Emperor's 1st layer realm. What? This kid actually has such perseverance, he is really an incredible genius. It seems that the Chaos Sky Heart fruit is hopeless. HMPH tilde what's so scary about a little Divine King guy? It's just, who among us can't kill him? Of course he is not scary, but what is scary is that the people behind him are the supreme divine guards of the Baili clan, and all of them have reached the venerable realm. What? Hongmeng Venerable Realm. Isn't it rumored that neither Supreme nor the original forces dare to trespass into the Chaos Abyss? We risk our lives to come here to seize the opportunity. If we are snatched away by them again, then... Ha ha. This news was naturally spread by this palace. After all the major origin tribes and supreme forces have no shortage of the elixir of chaos. Baili Xiaoyu piloted the 9-headed divine lion and fell from the void. After looking at everyone's incredible eyes, he continued. Although the Chaos Abyss is one of the dangerous places, you can enter this place as long as you have a defensive magic weapon that can avoid the poisonous miasma. Do you think? Even you can enter the abyss, but the powerful people will not be able to enter. The reason why this palace released the news is just to let you come as a pathfinder. But what I didn't expect was that the elixir in the vision turned out to be the Tiangxin fruit. So, to thank you, let me tell you what is the most terrifying thing about the legendary abyss. As he said this, Baili Xiaoyu took out a root bone flute, put it to his mouth and started playing. Woo tilde. Ouch tilde. Chirp tilde. ... Rumble. The sound of the flute sounded like a demonic sound, and the screams of ferocious beasts came from all directions. Then, the earth shook and the mountains shook, as if the end was coming. This was caused by the beast tide, with countless ferocious beasts running wildly from all directions. It turned out to be a wave of ferocious beasts. How did he control so many ferocious beasts? It turned out to be a tide of beasts from the Chaos Supreme Realm, as well as some ferocious beasts from the Hongmeng King. It turns out that we were fooled. He was able to control the beast tide. It must be related to the bone flute in his hand. We will join forces to kill him, and then take the bone flute to drive away the beast. Quote. Okay tilde. HMPH tilde a bunch of guys who don't know their own abilities. He said lightly, and then motioned to several supreme guards from Hongmeng Venerable behind him. When they saw this, they rushed forward. A melee started.
For more thrilling tales, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned to Chinese Novel Audiowave.
Chapter 133 Baili Xiaoyu's Death. In the abyss of chaos, in the land of strange phenomena, a melee broke out like a volcano. A group of adventurers, the independent cultivator and the strong men of the ancient forces, encountered several venerable divine guards of the supreme Baili tribe on a narrow road. At the same time, they had to face countless ferocious beasts. Ouch tilde. Moo tilde. Boom tilde tilde. Ah tilde. The scene was extremely chaotic, with roars and screams coming one after another. The fierce collision of the original divine power made the space tremble from time to time. Baili Xiaoyu, on the other hand, looked at the Chaos Tiangxin tree with a calm expression. At this time, the divine light has gradually dissipated, and the Chaos Sky Heartfruit is about to mature. Bear, take action. Dongfang Nanshan, who had been silent all this time, gave a cold shout, and the bear immediately understood. His body grew as huge as a hill and pounced on the others like a hungry tiger pouncing on food. Hee tilde. Boom tilde. The wild bear's heavenly venerable aura erupted like a volcanic eruption, instantly suppressing the ferocious beast until it couldn't move and could only crawl to the ground. The strong independent cultivators and the divine guards of the Baili tribe all tried their best to use their talents to resist the pressure, and their faces turned as dark red as pig liver. Looking in disbelief at the body as strong as a bear on the earth, Baili Xiaoyu was extremely shocked. It took me thousands of years to enter the ultimate realm of Taishang Dao and rebuild the lower realm of the divided soul. I thought I could successfully return and merge into the divine king realm. However, he was killed by Feng Haoran. Now he finally got a chance in an ancient secret realm, was promoted to divine king, and obtained the Hongmeng divine weapon animal control bone flute. At the same time, I also received news inside that there was a magical medicine in the Chaos Abyss that was about to mature. After several years of careful planning, a powerful Hongmeng heavenly venerable was attracted. There was hatred in his heart, his face was as ferocious as a devil, and he waved the bone flute in his hand again. Wu tilde. Ouch tilde. Moo tilde. ... The sound of the bone flute stimulated the ferocious beasts, and the originally prostrate ferocious beasts rose up in violence. HMPH tilde. If you dare to riot in front of me, you will die tilde. The huge body of the wild bear trembled at its feet. Boom tilde. A heavenly venerable force spread out like a turbulent wave, directly lifting a piece of ferocious beast away and turning it into powder in an instant. Ouch tilde. The group of unmoving ferocious beasts let out a low cry of fear. Dongfang Nanshan looked at Baili Xiaoyu in the void with a sneer on his face. I have to thank you for your layout. Otherwise, it will take several years of practice to reach the supreme realm of chaos. Now, with these 9 Tiangxin origin fruits, relatively speaking, we can integrate the power of 9 kinds of origins, so the Emperor's strength will definitely be greatly improved. Boy, you are looking for death tilde. Seeing the divine light of the Chaos Tiangxin tree dimming, Dongfang Nanshan walked up step by step. Just when he was about to pick it, Baili Xiaoyu flew over. Dongfang Nanshan turned his back to him, his eyes instantly darkened, and a cold voice came from his mouth. Really tilde. Buzz tilde. Before he finished speaking, he suddenly turned around and swung out a palm, and huge divine power spurted out from his palm like a volcano erupting. Hey tilde. Boom tilde. The 2 divine lights suddenly collided, and the void suddenly lit up like fireworks. Baili Xiaoyu's attack was like a raging wave confronting him, but because its power was too huge, he suddenly felt bad. Boom tilde. Ah tilde. A force suddenly erupted from Dongfang Nanshan's hand, like a volcano erupting, and Baili Xiaoyu was instantly blown away like a kite with its string broken. HMPH tilde. How dare you, the clown, show off in front of this emperor. After Dongfang Nanshan let out a cold snort, he ignored him and came to the Chaos Tiangxin tree. Just as he was about to pick a fruit that was emitting red divine light, suddenly, a voice came from the void. My luck is really good. Not only did I encounter the ripe chaos Tianxin fruit, but I also encountered you all at the same time. This is good. It saves me the fate of running around and solves it all at once. Roar tilde. In the void, a white light fell like a meteor and stopped in front of the chaos Tianxin tree. Seeing this, Dongfang Nanshan screamed in his heart. Damn it, it turned out to be this evil star. Feng Haoran, it turns out to be you. This palace has been looking for you for more than 30 years, and now you finally appear. Very good, today we will put all our old and new grudges together. Quote. Seeing Feng Haoran appear, the most excited person here was Bai Li Xiaoyu. The grudge between the two started from the lower realm. As the saying goes, enemies are extremely jealous when they meet. Bai Li Xiaoyu had long forgotten that he was injured by Dongfang Nanshan. At this time, he only had one thought in his mind, which was to destroy Feng Haoran. Buzz tilde. In an instant, a long sword appeared in his hand, and he suddenly stepped on the ground like an arrow from the string. His figure rose into the air and rushed towards Feng Haoran like an eagle spreading its wings. Choke tilde. The long sword was imbued with powerful chaotic divine power, making bursts of sword sounds like dragon roars. Boom tilde buzz tilde. Feng Haoran, who was sitting on Bai Zai's body, had a cold look in his eyes, and he held his hand, and the star magic halberd appeared in his hand. Gently waving the magic halberd in his hand, the tip of the halberd drew an arc of light, easily blocking Bai Li Xiaoyu's attack. Ding tilde. A crisp voice sounded, and then Feng Haoran said disdainfully, You alone are worthy of taking action against me. Bai Li Xiaoyu was shocked. He didn't expect Feng Haoran to be so powerful. Dongfang Nanshan, who was in front of the Chaos Tianxin tree, took advantage of the fight between the two to quickly pick off a Chaos Tianxin fruit and put it in his bag. Feng Haoran, you will definitely die today, Bai Li Xiaoyu shouted angrily. He used all his strength to activate the divine power of chaos in his body, and his sword skills became even more fierce, trying to break through Feng Haoran's defense. Buzz tilde choking tilde. However, Feng Haoran's strength far exceeded his imagination. Faced with Bai Li Xiaoyu's attack, he never moved an inch against Bai Zai. No matter how Bai Li Xiaoyu intensified his attack, he could not hurt Feng Haoran at all. The latter finally lost his playfulness, his face became gloomy, and murderous intent suddenly appeared in his eyes. Okay, no matter you are Yi Tianhao or Bai Li Xiaoyu, your life ends here. Whoosh tilde. Before he finished speaking, Feng Haoran's figure disappeared from Bai Zai's body like a ghost. When he reappeared, it was Bai Li Xiaoyu standing in front of him. PFFD tilde. The sound of a divine weapon penetrating the body sounded, and Bai Li Xiaoyu suddenly felt a chill in his body. He lowered his head in disbelief, looking at the black halberd filled with demonic energy that pierced his body, his face full of disbelief. Blood continued to gush from the corners of his mouth, and his lips trembled, as if he wanted to say something. How is it possible? Sasha. Bai Li Xiaoyu disappeared into the space like a star with his final doubts. He never thought until his death that the abyss of chaos that he had planned for many years would be his burial place. Your Highness. Several Supreme Guards were furious when they saw Bai Li Xiaoyu's body disappearing. They struggled to break away from the pressure of the brutal bear and turned into afterimages to charge towards Feng Haoran. Buzz tilde. Just when Tiankui in the distance was about to leave, Ming Yue's enchanting figure flashed away like a ghost, blocking the way of several people. Your Highness, to be able to die under the young master's halberd is a blessing gained through several lifetimes of cultivation. I just want to thank you, but I still want to take action against you, so I will send you back to chaos. Chapter 134 Feng Haoran vs Dongfang Nanshan. Your Highness, to be able to die under the young master's halberd is a blessing gained through several lifetimes of cultivation. I just want to thank you, but I still want to take action against you, so I will send you back to chaos. As soon as Ming Yue's charming voice fell, she gently raised her jade hand, and the sight of a blood moon in the sky appeared behind her. The moon demon's judgment, fall tilde. Whoosh. While he was chanting in a cold voice, several chains of blood-black rules filled with strong demonic aura suddenly appeared in the blood moon. Kaka. Like a demonic dragon, it rushed towards several supreme divine guards of the Bailey clan with a destructive aura. Ah! How is it possible? How powerful is this person to have such strength? Seeing the terrifying chain of blood-black rules coming, the several supreme guards who came with angry expressions were immediately shocked and dumbfounded. Just when they paused, the chain of rules instantly penetrated their bodies. PFFD tilde. They couldn't believe it, and felt that their original power was constantly draining away like a flood that broke a bank. Looking down, they found that the blood-black chain was sucking them in, and they reacted and wanted to break free. Aha tilde. Ding tilde. No matter how hard they tried, even if they swung their swords to chop, it was useless. At this time, they finally panicked. No, no. HMPH tilde a group of ants, trying to escape from my judgment, destroy them tilde. Ming Yue stepped on the void, gently grasped it with her slender palm, and the black and red chain burst out with a devouring power. Buzz tilde. Ah tilde. Miserable screams came from the mouths of several supreme divine guards of the Bailey tribe, and then their bodies dissipated between heaven and earth like smoke. Everyone present was shocked when they saw this scene. They never expected that a woman could be so cruel. And Dongfang Nanshan, who had taken away a Tiangsan fruit before, was about to leave quietly at this time, and then, a voice sounded in his ears like thunder. What? I'm here and you're leaving now. Although Feng Haoran was also shocked by Ming Yue's strength, he had been paying attention to Dongfang Nanshan. He. Young Master Feng, I'll give you all these fruits. I have something else to do, so I'll leave first. Dongfang Nanshan heard Tiankui call him this when he was in Liuli Pavilion before, so he called him this too. After all, I am that person's parent and son. If I want to return to Hongmeng, my identity will be irresponsible. Knowing that he is outmatched, he can only pretend to be cowardly in front of him. After all, staying alive is the last word. Do I agree with you to leave? Feng Haoran sat on Bai Zai's back, his eyes revealing murderous intent. Dongfang Nanshan secretly thought, it's not good. He didn't seem to have offended this evil star, so why did he have murderous intentions towards him? Could it be because he took away a Tiangsan fruit? He. Young Master Feng, as long as you let me go, I don't want even one Tiangsan fruit. Now, this one is for you too. Quote. As he spoke, a Tiangsan fruit glowing with divine light appeared in his palm. Feng Haoran's eyes darkened and a sneer appeared on his face. Ha ha. Of course I want all the 9 Tiangsan fruits. In addition, your life. I also want them. You and I have no grudges, so why must we kill them all? Feng Haoran's words made Dongfang Nanshan's face turn cold. After all, he was also a strong man in his previous life, but now he was talking down to a junior like him. This man turned out to be aggressive and threatened to kill himself, which made him unbearable. I killed someone. Do you still need a reason? You. As soon as these words came out, Dongfang Nan was in a panic. Since the other party was determined to kill him, he simply stopped pretending. So, he put away the Tiangsan fruit in his hand and said with a gloomy look. Are you so sure you can keep me here? What? Do you think, with the strength of his Hongmeng heavenly venerable first lair, he can save you from me? Feng Haoran tilted his eyes and glanced at Barbarian Bear, but Dongfang Nanshan pretended to be calm when he heard this. Although he knew that Barbarian Bear couldn't stop Feng Haoran, he couldn't care so much at this time. he could only let the barbarian bear be used as cannon fodder for his escape. After all, it was not the time to use his trump card yet. Then, he issued orders to the barbarian bear. "Barbarian bear, go and stop them." "Yes, master." Whoosh! The figure of the wild bear flashed and rushed towards Feng Haoran, while Dongfang Nanshan took the opportunity to escape. When Feng Haoran saw this, he was about to speak, but Ming Yue moved at this moment. A grey bear who dares to take action against the young master is seeking death. When Feng Haoran saw Ming Yue moving out, he ordered him. His origin remains and will be swallowed up by Nirvana. No. After getting Ming Yue's response, Feng Haoran opened his hands to the Chaos Tiangxin tree. Buzz. Suddenly, a suction force sucked in the 8 Tiangxin fruits. After they were stored in the system space, they drove by Zhe to catch up. Hey. At the same time, the Baili clan, the supreme power in Taihuang realm. In a splendid hall, on the throne, a middle-aged man wearing a golden divine robe with Taoist patterns was negotiating something with his tribe. Suddenly, a rushing voice came from outside the hall. "No, it's not good, the clan leader, the young master's life soul card is broken." The people in the hall stood up and looked towards the entrance of the hall. Even the middle-aged man sitting in a high position suddenly stood up. At this time, a young disciple came to the hall in a panic. Because he ran too fast, the moment he knelt down, he slid directly several meters away. He had no time to care for himself, breathlessly swallowed his saliva, and said to the middle-aged man in the distinguished position, The clan leader, the young master, his life soul card is broken." The middle-aged man's face became extremely ugly. He patted the armrest hard and stood up. "Who is it? How dare you kill my young master of the Baili tribe?" His voice was full of anger and majesty. Other tribesmen also started talking, speculating on the identity of the murderer. Could this be someone from other supreme forces? In the Taihuang realm, the supreme forces will generally not offend our Baili tribe. Could it be the forces in other realms? Well, it's not impossible. Send personnel immediately to investigate this matter. If you dare to kill my son, I will make him pay a heavy price. The middle-aged man ordered. Yes, all the disciples responded in unison. At the same time, on the other side, in the chaos abyss, Feng Haoran was chasing Dongfang Nanshan. Damn it! How can this Feng Haoran be so difficult to deal with? Dongfang Nanshan cursed secretly. He flew desperately, trying to escape Feng Haoran's pursuit, but Feng Haoran rode by Zhe very fast and kept chasing him. Seeing that he was about to be overtaken, Dongfang Nanshan was heartbroken and decided to use the last resort. Suddenly, he stopped, a simple 9-story pagoda appeared in his palm, and a cold look appeared on his face. Since you insist on doing this, the worst is possible. Hongmeng 10,000 Saints Tower, Soul Control ~. Chapter 135 Time Reversal. Control the soul ~. Buzz ~. As Dongfang Nanshan threw the Hongmeng Wansheng Tower into the void, the tower instantly burst into dazzling divine light, like a dazzling divine pavilion, suspended above the 9 heavens. And the terrifying power of Hongmeng continued to be released like a tide. Buzz. Hey ~. Suddenly, a ray of divine light shot out like a sharp arrow, rushing straight towards Feng Haoran with lightning speed. Seeing the golden light released by Hongmeng Wansheng Tower, it was about to sink into Feng Haoran's sea of consciousness like lightning. Buzz ~. In an instant, a divine light defense emerged from Feng Haoran's body, blocking out the golden light like a copper wall. How is it possible? This emperor is the treasure acquired by Hongmeng. Why can he resist it? Dongfang Nanshan had a look of disbelief on his face. He was so anxious that he hurriedly communicated with the Spirit Master with his mind. Spirit Master, what's going on? The spiritual master in the Wansheng Tower was suppressed by the divine light in Feng Haoran's body and was unable to move, so he responded with difficulty. This is the breath of Hongmeng Innate's treasure. What? Just when Dongfang Nanshan was so shocked that he couldn't open his mouth from ear to ear, Feng Haoran's laughter sounded like a bell. Ha ha. It's just an acquired treasure, but you want to control my soul. It's really ridiculous. As soon as Feng Haoran finished speaking, his palm turned into sword fingers and he waved lightly in the void. Whoosh tilde. A dark golden scroll suddenly appeared in his body, and his whole body was surrounded by mysterious divine light. Immediately afterwards, the scroll was slowly opened, like a gorgeous painting, covering the void in an instant. Even the Hongmeng Wansheng Tower is wrapped in it. This treasure is the Taishuan magic map rewarded by the system. It is a high-grade Hongmeng innate treasure that can suppress all treasures of the same level. Not to mention that the Halloween Tower is just an acquired treasure. At this time, after the Taishu demonic diagram unfolded, the terrifying aura was like Mount Tai pressing an egg, giving the weapon spirits in the All Saints Tower a strong sense of surrender. Why do you have the Hongmeng innate treasure? Dongfang Nanshan couldn't believe the fact before him. Even though he knew that his father was the heavenly demon emperor, the innate treasure could not be taken out casually. Do you think that possessing the acquired treasure will allow you to sit back and relax in the chaos? As everyone knows, in my opinion, everything about you is just a clown. Quote. Feng Haoran's words made Dongfang Nanshan's eyes flash with fierceness, and he shouted angrily. Even if you possess the innate treasure, with your strength, how can you use it for a long time? Now, I will let you see the gap between you and me. Buzz tilde. After saying that, he smacked his palm suddenly, and a deafening explosion sounded in the air, as if the whole world was about to be torn apart. A palm print shot out of the air and rushed towards Feng Haoran like a meteorite. Seeing this, the latter couldn't help but let out a sneer. Ha tilde finally stopped pretending. Ling tilde. What? You, who are you? Feng Haoran's words caused Dongfang Nanshan's expression to change suddenly. He never expected that the other party actually knew his identity in his previous life. Feng Haoran ignored him, but turned his finger into a sword and tapped it lightly in the void. Boo tilde. In an instant, a terrifying force spread out from his fingertips, turning into a sharp divine light that rushed towards the palm print like a bolt of lightning. Boom tilde boom tilde. The powerful impact was like an overwhelming force, causing Dongfang Nanshan to take several steps back with a look of astonishment on his face. How is it possible? Not only does he know the true identity of this emperor, but with the cultivation of Divine King, he was able to break through the power of the God Emperor that I had just now. Now that the Spirit Master has been suppressed, it looks like the barbarian bear is in danger, so for the current plan, we can only take a gamble. After calculating, Dongfang Nanshan directly sacrificed a Hongmeng divine sword. Buzz tilde. This sword shines with mysterious light, as if it is a divine weapon flying from the depths of the universe, exuding endless pressure. Choke tilde. The sword opens the sky tilde. Buzz tilde. Under the control of Dongfang Nanshan, the long sword was suspended in the void, growing into the wind like a giant dragon. It formed a giant sword that held up the sky, and its sword power was like the force of creating heaven and earth, as if it was going to destroy the entire world. Cut tilde. Rumble. Following his sharp shout, the giant sword burst through the air like a volcano erupting, and Feng Haoran also felt the power of this sword. He immediately left Bai Zai's back and soared into the sky. The star demon halberd also appeared in his hand at this moment. He was like a demon king coming into the world. The star demon halberd in his hand was filled with the power of supreme chaos, emitting a dazzling light and slashing across the sky like the sky and the earth split open. Buzz tilde. Shishi. The violent power suddenly swung away from the halberd body, and a heaven-defying divine light rushed straight towards the giant sword. Hey tilde. Ding tilde boom tilde. The giant sword instantly shattered. Suddenly, Feng Haoran, who felt something strange about his power, turned around and looked at Dongfang Nanshan in horror. But he saw the latter holding the Tianxin fruit with one hand and an arrogant smile on his face. Ha ha. Feng Haoran, you fell into the trap. Before Dongfang Nanshan finished speaking, he swallowed the Tianxin fruit directly into his belly. In an instant, a violent energy spurted out of his body. Ah tilde. Along with a painful roar, his cultivation level also increased at this time. Buzzing. Chaos Divine King 9th Layer. Divine Sovereign 9th Layer. Divine Emperor. Divine Lord. Boom tilde. His cultivation reached supreme before he stopped progressing. In just a few breaths, he was promoted from the Divine King realm to the Chaos Supreme realm. One can imagine what a heaven-defying miracle medicine Chaos Tianxin is. However, although his cultivation level has improved, he still needs time to consolidate his strength. Because Dongfang Nanshan was suffering from bone-gnawing pain and heart-burning pain just now, he was panting like an ox at this moment, squinting at Feng Haoran above, with a cold smile on his face. Wu tilde. The chaotic energy around him, which was so rich that it could not be transformed, continued to pour into his body like a flood that broke a bank, and then transformed into the original power of chaos. Just when he was ecstatic, a voice so cold that there was no warmth at all came from Feng Haoran's mouth. Spatial confinement, reversal of time tilde. Buzz tilde. What? In an instant, the space Dongfang Nanshan was in seemed to be imprisoned by an invisible big hand, and his frightened face was also frozen at this moment. Immediately afterwards, the time in this space began to reverse in an instant. The chaotic energy gathered in the eastern sky dispersed like a tide, and the cultivation level in his body also gradually retreated like an ebbing tide. Chaos Supreme. Divine Sovereign. Divine King. Divine Sovereign. Divine King. In an instant, time returned to when Dongfang Nanshan was holding the Tianxin fruit in his hand. Buzz tilde. Space and time have returned to normal at this time, which is already Feng Haoran's limit. It was also the first time that he used the power of space and time. This power of time was awarded by the system when he was 8 years old. Unexpectedly, it would come in handy today. Being in the void, he wanted to stop all this, so he could only take away the Tianxin fruit in his hand. At that moment, he picked up the star magic halberd and threw it out like a javelin. Hey tilde. The magic halberd drew a straight line in the void, so fast that it penetrated the air like lightning. Ah! Dongfang Nanshan, who was about to swallow the Tianxin fruit, saw the demon halberd charging towards him and couldn't avoid it, so he had to defend himself hastily. Buzz tilde boom tilde. Aha tilde. The impact of the magic halberd was so great that it instantly penetrated his defense, and Dongfang Nanshan's body flew out like a kite with its string broken. During this process, the Tianxin fruit in his hand flew out. When Feng Haoran saw this, he opened his hands. Whoosh tilde. The Tianxin fruit instantly turned into a stream of light and was taken into his hand like a shooting star. He walked down from the void step by step and came to Dongfang Nanshan on the ground. You lost.
Thank you for watching. Continue exploring the fascinating world of Chinese novels with us. Hit that subscribe button on Chinese Novel Audiowave to stay updated with our latest stories and never miss out on a great listen.